We said that there is God's pre-measurement. So we've done predestination, pre-measurement. Pre-measurement are all the laws around us that govern this entire universe and govern your life, that we work within them. Such as when you plant a seed, that's your choice to plant the seed. How big the seed grows, how big the tree grows, how many fruits it bears, how healthy it is, how long it lives, is not in your control. These are laws which Allah created, laws in nature. If you are negligent and you don't care about how you make things, let's say you're an engineer, a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber, you're a doctor, you're whatever you want to be, anything, and you are negligent in your work and something goes wrong, this is on you. But the laws around it that Allah said cause and effect, if you do this, this will happen, these laws are pre-measured. Allah measured everything in this entire universe to be the way it should be. And they all work within Allah's measurement, within Allah's precise measurement, precise laws that He made. No one can work outside those laws. For example, Allah did not create the human being with wings to fly like a bird. So if you jumped off a cliff without any invention that, or gliders or anything that keeps you up, you're not going to fly, you're going to fall. Because the laws of Allah is that the humans don't have wings, they can't fly. You'd have to make an aeroplane to fly. Isn't that correct? A fish swims. If you take the fish out of the sea, except for a whale, if it's not a mammal, it's going to die because there's no oxygen. Well, there is oxygen in the water, but when it goes out, to be technical, it can't breathe the oxygen as it does in the water. Why? Because the laws of Allah are that way. You do something, there is a consequence. These laws, my dear brothers and sisters, cannot be changed. They are called the pre-measures of Allah. Allah measured them precisely, and Allah called them the sunnah of this world. وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَحْوِيلًا. You cannot ever find that the laws of Allah which He made in this world can ever be changed, nor can they ever be taken off course. Some people we mentioned say, what about evolution, the theory of evolution? We say to you, if the theory of evolution is correct, there is no problem for Muslims. And in fact, part of it agrees with the Islamic belief of Qadr. But if evolution is true, this is a law and a process and a condition of how life grows and continues and changes. All of that is within Allah's pre-measurement. He measured it to be that way. For example, if you are of African descent and somebody else is of Asian descent and you got married, a man and a woman, your children are going to be a new type of breed. Yani they're a human being, but a new type of ethnicity, a new look. This is within evolution, but we say this is within Allah's pre-measurement laws. Isn't that correct? Some people breed cats or they breed animals or birds and to bring out new species. All of this speciation is Allah's laws. All of it is within Allah's pre-measurement. But you cannot work outside those laws. You cannot work outside what? Those laws. You cannot bring, for example, what can I say? Fire. You cannot bring fire and water together and then expect an ice cube to result from it. You can expect vapor, but you cannot expect an ice cube because the laws that Allah created don't work that way. Same with our lives. Allah pre-measured everything and we are not questioned about His laws. A good example is what one brother here mentioned to me by Rahmatullah alayhi, the Shaykh al-Sha'rawi. He was asked, if you know him, he's an Egyptian scholar, and he was asked about the difference between Qada and the Qadr which we have some control or choice over, and the Qadr in which we have some choice, and the Qadr we don't have choice. And he gave a good example. He said it's like when you board an aeroplane. You're inside the aeroplane and it's flying. You can move around within certain limits in the aeroplane. Isn't that correct? You can drink, you can sit, you can stand, you can put the seatbelt on, you can take it off, you can pray, you can sleep, you can go to the toilet, you can eat. You can break the law, and then there's consequences, but these are all within your choice. But you don't have a choice over where the aeroplane took off from, where the aeroplane is going to land, how high the aeroplane is flying, how fast the aeroplane is going. You have no control over that. If you break the law in the aeroplane, that was your choice, and you have to suffer the consequence. If you do the right thing, you will have a good journey, an enjoyable one to a certain extent, but you don't have control over the time, the distance. Anything that happens to the aeroplane, if it lands in the wrong place, if it doesn't fly the right way, that's the pilot's fault or someone else's fault, not yours. Same with this world. Imagine this world is like the aeroplane. You are on it. You're born at a certain time. You will die at a certain time. That's where you took off. That's where you will land. You have conditions in this world. Anything within these limits are your choices and your consequences. And when you are born, when you die, how long you're going to live, these are Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's choices. Of course, you have some control over your health, your exercise, and all of this is within the whole package of Allah's predestination and pre-measurement. All of it. Is this clear up to here? Alhamdulillah.